All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mastermind Mastery Meeting, MMM, of July 25th, 2023. My name is Coach AD, and I'm obviously here to facilitate our meeting. I'm here to be the host and the speaker and all the other good stuff. Anyway, this morning, we are going to explore a very powerful principle that can transform the way we approach our goals and aspirations. One of my goals at this point in time is to go over certain universal laws that many of us might not be aware of, but all of us are subject to. And today's law is the law of accumulation. The law of accumulation. This principle is also known as the law of compounding, and it teaches us the art of consistent progress and how small actions, when done consistently, can lead to remarkable results over time. So obviously, get ready to discover the magic of incremental progress and how it can help you create intergenerational wealth. Because obviously, we're here to do business. We're here because we are looking to make money through business. So obviously, let's get started. So as I said, the law of accumulation, also known as the law of compounding or the law of incremental progress, is literally a fundamental principle in personal development. It's a fundamental principle in finance, and it's a fundamental principle in general success. It basically states that small, consistent actions or efforts, when repeated over time, can lead to significant and substantial results. In essence, the law of accumulation emphasizes the power of gradual progress and the compounding effect it has over time. It highlights the importance of consistently taking small steps towards a goal, as these actions build upon each other and create what? Create a cumulative effect. This principle is often linked to the growth. I mean, if you ever see I don't think anybody here live, anyway, not those watching on the internet, I don't think anybody who is watching this live goes to the mountains to play with snowballs. But if you've ever been around a place where there are snowballs, like in the Swiss Alps or where have you, and you notice, you'll know there's something called the principle of I don't know what the principle is called, to be honest, but basically when a snowball starts rolling down the hill, initially the snowball may be this size. It may be literally the size of a fist, but as it keeps on rolling downhill, what happens is it collects more snow. And as it collects more snow, it becomes bigger and bigger and gains momentum. And eventually, if you are in the way of that snowball, you will get knocked down. So similarly, when we consistently take small steps or make incremental improvements in any area of our life, whatever area that might be, the positive results begin to accumulate and become more noticeable over time. So let's look at the first thing. Let's look at leveraging consistency as it applies to the law of accumulation. And specifically, let's look at prospecting and recruiting. Again, consistency is the key to success in any endeavor, and it especially holds true in the world of growing a business. So the first concept we'll be exploring within the law of accumulation revolves around the power of consistent prospecting and recruitment efforts. So let's break it down step by step and see how it translates into significant results when done daily, when done weekly, when done monthly, and when done yearly. So let's say on a daily basis, you commit yourself to prospecting potential recruits for your business. Your goal is to set 10 recruiting appointments each day. These appointments can be set, from different funnels, whether it's phone calls, digital, it doesn't matter. But the point is, each day consistently, you are setting your 10 appointments. So if you consistently set 10 appointments daily over time, you'll have a considerable number of potential recruits in the funnel. Now, out of the 10 appointments you set every day, around 4 people will show up for the meeting. During this meeting, you show them what it is we're looking for. You have to be enthusiastic, you have to be sincere. From the 4, 1 person will join your business. So what's the result? Daily, you have successfully brought on board 1 new business partner. Now, training and client conversion is important. As you onboard your new recruit, you focus on their training and development. Part of your training process involves setting 8 training appointments per day with potential clients. So your new recruit, you're setting 8 appointments with him or her. Out of these appointments, 5 will show interest in and show up. They wouldn't just give you lip service, because people do that. 5 will show up, and 3 will become clients. What's the result? Daily, you gain 3 new clients through your training appointments. So if you maintain this daily routine throughout the week, 5 business days, you will recruit 5 new team members and gain 15 new clients. In a month, you'll have recruited 20 new teammates and gained 60 new clients. In a year, you will have recruited 240 new teammates and gained 720 new clients. Where does it start? It starts with you doing the little thing continuously. You have to let it accumulate. You can't start and stop. It doesn't work that way. You lose all momentum. So as you consistently recruit new teammates and train them to follow the same successful process, your organization starts to grow exponentially. Each team member, like you, setting appointments every day, contributes to the overall growth of your business. So the result now is the law of accumulation comes into play. The law of accumulation comes into play for you. And what happens is your team, your organization compounds and creates a thriving and prosperous, and becomes a thriving and prosperous entity that, whether you do anything at this point or not, the snowball effect has taken place in your favor. So the concept of consistent prospecting and recruiting, coupled with training and client conversion, is a powerful strategy to achieve significant results over time. So again, by focusing on daily actions, the numbers quickly add up to impressive weekly, monthly, and yearly achievements. So the key to success lies what? In your commitment to executing these daily activities with determination and enthusiasm. With the law of accumulation on your side, you can create an intergenerational wealth building machine that not only benefits you, but benefits people down in your lineage for generations to come. Second concept within the law of accumulation is patience. The law of accumulation states that consistent and persistent effort over time leads to significant results and exponential growth. However, it's essential to understand that the process of accumulation may not always yield immediate or visible outcomes. And this is where the virtue of patience comes into play. You have to trust in the process. Patience involves trusting in the process of accumulation. You have to have faith. If you don't have faith in the law of accumulation, it just won't work for you. Why? I don't know why. It just wouldn't. Probably because you are not consistent. But if you have faith and you're consistent, you have to, again, when you commit to taking daily or consistent actions towards your goal, you are sowing the seeds for future success. Like a farmer who tends to their crops, you must also have faith that your efforts will bear fruit in due time. For example, if you want to go into farming, and some of you listening to this on the internet might already be farmers, so you know what I'm talking about. There is planting season and there is harvest season. During planting season, common sense indicates that he or she who plants more seeds is likely to have a bigger harvest at harvest time. He or she who plants less seeds is going to have a smaller harvest at harvest time. Of course, you have to tend to your crops and so on and so forth, but in all that, you have to have faith in your what? In your efforts bearing fruit. So you have to embrace delayed gratification. In a world that often celebrates instant gratification, practicing patience requires what? Embracing delayed gratification. It means that you are willing to forego immediate results and staying focused and are able to stay focused on the bigger picture. Patience allows you to keep your eyes on the long-term goal and resist distractions that might derail your progress. You also have to recognize incremental progress as you go along. While the law of accumulation promises significant results, it's crucial to recognize and celebrate the incremental progress you make along the way. Patience enables you to appreciate and acknowledge the small victories, which, when compounded over time, contribute to the larger success you're looking for. And within that as well, you have to have persistence amidst challenges. Patience is closely tied to persistence. As you work towards your goals, I don't care who you are going to encounter challenges, you're going to encounter setbacks, you're going to encounter moments of doubt, you're going to encounter situations where everything seems to be going against you. Patience, however, empowers you to stay resilient in the face of adversity, knowing that the obstacles that you're encountering are simply a natural part of the journey towards your success. Practicing patience also fosters the mindset of continuous learning and growth. When results are not immediately apparent, it offers an opportunity to reflect, learn from experiences, and make necessary adjustments. Patience allows you to remain open to new ideas and strategies that can enhance your progress. And of course, you have to maintain a positive outlook and cultivate resilience. Patience goes hand in hand with being positive. It helps you avoid feelings of frustration or discouragement when results are not immediate, because again, the law of accumulation literally tells you that results are not going to be immediate. Period. It's like with me, I watch my diet, I go to the gym. Does it mean that I'm going to gain muscle mass after my first visit? No, back in high school, anyway, to cut a very long story short, we had something happening. Something was about to go down, like I think on a Friday. So on Thursday, I went and I spent all day at the gym ready for action. In my mind, I became more buff and whatever. Did I really? Probably not. But if I had been going to the gym every day for a year, I probably would have been. So again, you're not going to get immediate results. A positive attitude keeps you motivated and focused on the possibilities that lie ahead, even if you do not see what you are looking for right there and then. Now, you have to cultivate resilience. Like I said earlier, resilience is basically an essential characteristic for success, and patience is a key factor in building resilience. When you trust the process and remain patient, you develop the inner strength to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving forward. It's just resilience. Celebrating the journey. Finally, patience allows you to appreciate the journey itself. While the end goal is essential, the process of accumulation is a transformative experience. Each step, each challenge, each moment of growth contributes to your personal development and shapes your success. In the pursuit of building intergenerational wealth through the law of accumulation, patience becomes a fundamental principle. It enables you to persevere, it enables you to learn, it enables you to grow, all while staying focused on the bigger vision. By trusting the process and remaining patient, we can harness the power of the law of accumulation to create what? A prosperous future for ourselves and again, generations to come. Another concept within the law of accumulation is the concept of time, kind of tied into the concept of patience, but it's kind of different as well. Time is a critical factor that magnifies the impact of the law of accumulation, just as compound interest exponentially grows investments. By the way, guys, if you haven't figured it out yet, the rule of 72 is literally a manifestation of the law of what? The law of accumulation, the rule of 72. So anyway, just as compound interest exponentially grows investments, the principle of accumulation compounds the effect of consistent efforts over extended periods. Again, like a snowball rolling down the hill, results gather momentum and become more substantial with time. In the initial stages of applying the law of accumulation, the results might seem modest. However, as time passes and you continue to take consistent actions towards your goals, you begin to build momentum. The effort and progress made in the past contribute to a stronger foundation for future growth. Even if you don't see results, because you're plugging in and you're working on your mind, you are getting better. So now time, as Gary Carnegie likes to say, Father Time doesn't care for any of us, to paraphrase him. But the truth is, time does not care who you are. It's going to treat all of us equally. And time demands patience and persistence. It requires staying committed to the process despite not seeing immediate outcomes. Impatience and the desire for immediate results can lead to what? Giving up prematurely. Embracing time as an ally empowers you to remain steadfast in your pursuit of success. Imagine you have a seed that is put in the ground and watered every day. And the seed comes up and says, you know what? I'm not yet an oak tree. I want to be an oak tree that is going to stand here for the next 200 years, but I'm not ready to go through the process of becoming a little sapling and then becoming a small tree and so on and so forth. And it gives up. Will that oak tree ever emerge? No. But that's what human beings do. That's what human beings do. We don't understand that time is both our friend and also our enemy. In that if we don't do things quickly enough, the opportunity passes. But if we do things properly, time will let our efforts compound. So time, one of the best things about time is it allows for learning and refinement. As you accumulate experiences, you gain valuable insights into what works and what doesn't. Thomas Edison, for example, back in the day when people still used candles and kerosene lanterns, tried to develop the light bulb. And he had 5,000 experiments to develop a light bulb. And each and every single one of them failed. And a reporter came to him and said, Mr. Edison, we understand what you're doing. You are trying to create light. You're trying to create light things up with this, whatever it is, lamp bulb, or whatever it's called, whatever they called it back then. And you've tried 5,000 times and it's well documented and it's not working. Don't you think it's time to give up and just accept the fact that human beings will always light their areas with candles and lanterns and what have you? And Edison said, I haven't failed 5,000 times. I've only learned what not to do in 5,000 ways or something along those lines. And eventually he was able to get the light bulb, and today we all have electricity, at least those of us listening from the developed world. In some parts of the world, people still don't have electricity, which is shameful, but it is what's it. So anyway, the learning process, like I said, allows you to fine-tune your strategies and approaches, optimizing your efforts for better results over time. Now, sustainable growth. The power of accumulation lies in its ability to foster sustainable growth. Short-term gains might be fleeting, but the cumulative effects of consistent actions over time lead to lasting achievements. This sustainability ensures that the progress you make is not easily eroded and sets the stage for continued what? Continued prosperity. Of course, time brings with it challenges and obstacles. As you journey towards your goals, you will encounter setbacks and unforeseen circumstances, like I said earlier. However, the longer you've been practicing accumulation, the better equipped you are to navigate these challenges. Experience and resilience are developed over time, bolstering your ability to overcome adversity. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. Anyway, what he is not important. But the point is, he was telling me about how he got some sort of text from someone, and he's like, these texts, I get them all the time. And in my head, I'm like, in my entire life, I've received maybe one text like that. But this guy is getting like all the time, like he gets one or two every week. So I'm like, well, obviously in that particular realm of experience, he is more experienced than I am. So he knows, whatever. But the point I'm making is it's like anything else. As time goes by, as you journey towards your goals, you will become better the longer you've been practicing the law of accumulation. Creating a legacy. Time is a crucial element in creating a legacy. Intergenerational wealth and success are not built overnight. It's called intergenerational wealth. It's not called money to go buy a hamburger. It takes a long-term perspective and dedication to ensure that your efforts benefit not only you, but also future generations. The power of accumulation allows you to leave a lasting impact that extends beyond your lifetime. In certain societies, for example, they bury people in their houses. I mean, literally, like in parts of Nigeria, there are cultures within Nigeria, when a person dies, they bury the person in the living room. Imagine burying someone in a living room. Why do they bury them in the living room? Because they want to create a legacy for generations yet to come, that this was our ancestor, he walked the earth or she walked the earth, and now she's here. It makes no sense to me, but that's not my culture. But the point is, again, the power of accumulation allows you to leave a lasting impact that extends beyond your lifetime. And of course, for them to bury the person in the living room, the person obviously owns the house. So that by itself is an accomplishment. Celebrating milestones. As time progresses, it's essential to celebrate milestones along the way. Recognize and acknowledge the progress you've made at various intervals and celebrate so that you can stay motivated and inspired. So remember, time is a fundamental aspect of the law of accumulation. It acts as a catalyst, enhancing the results of consistent actions and efforts. And by understanding the power of time and its role in the principle of accumulation, we can align our actions, goals, and expectations to create a prosperous and fulfilling future for ourselves and generations yet to come. Now, let's talk about positive habits in relation to the law of accumulation. The power of consistency is essential. Positive habits are the building blocks of the law of accumulation. Consistently engaging in small, positive actions each day can have a profound impact over time. The power of consistency lies in the compounding effects, where even the compounding effect, where even the smallest efforts, when repeated daily, lead to what? Lead to significant results. For example, if you doubt me, go eat a cheeseburger every day. Whether you want to or you don't want to, you're going to gain weight. Assuming all other things are the same. I'm not saying you go increase your exercise. Or at the same time, stop eating every day. You're going to lose weight. There are trees, for example, which die when there is what? When there is no rain. And there are trees or plants which are swept away when there is a flood or when there is heavy rain. Why? Because again, the consistency from the weather is affecting them. So anyway, power of consistency helps us align with our goals. Cultivating positive habits requires aligning them with your goals. By identifying the specific actions that contribute to your desired outcomes, you can create a roadmap for success. These habits should be in harmony with your vision, your values, and your long-term objectives. It helps you overcome procrastination. Positive habits are a powerful antidote to procrastination. Often, big goals can feel overwhelming, leading to inaction. By breaking down your objectives into small, manageable daily habits, you remove the barriers to procrastination and make progress one step at a time. Utilizing the law of what? The law of accumulation, knowing that if you do it long enough, you'll get the results you want. And of course, forming positive habits demands discipline and self-control. It's not always easy to stick to new routines, especially in the face of distractions and challenges. However, embracing discipline as a guiding principle empowers you to stay focused and committed to your daily actions. And of course, within that context, also create a positive feedback loop, and which helps reinforce belief and confidence. Positive habits create a positive feedback loop. When you consistently engage in actions that move you closer to your goals, you experience a sense of achievement and satisfaction. This positive reinforcement strengthens your motivation to continue the habits, perpetuating the cycle of success. Something as simple as prospecting. Everybody here knows, in this business especially, you need to talk to people in the market. But some of you refuse to do that consistently. And because you don't do that consistently, your subconscious mind is not telling you to go do it again. But when you do it once and you're successful, go do it again and again and again so that you have that positive feedback loop, so that your mind is now telling you, hey, look, that's a 5-pointer, go talk to them. This way, your confidence is what? Reinforced. Personal development is another thing within the spectrum of the law of accumulation. Personal development emphasizes the importance of continuous learning and growth. By improving yourself daily, whether by reading something, listening to something, watching something that is psychologically beneficial, you can accumulate a wealth of knowledge and insights over time. Plenty of things, materials available these days, plenty more. I think there is more information available to humanity now than there has ever been ever. Some of you, back in the day being thousands of years ago, the greatest depositories of knowledge were the libraries in Mali, in Timbuktu, and the library in Alexandria, Egypt. Both of those libraries are gone right now. But as extensive as those libraries were back then, each of you listening to the sound of my voice has access to more information than what those libraries had. So if you now start digging into information every day and expanding your thinking, little bits, incrementally, you'll literally be on genius level before you know what's going on. Why? Because regular exposure leads you to having diverse perspectives and ideas, expanding your mindset. And as you accumulate wisdom from various sources, you become more open-minded and adaptable. And when that happens, what? You're going to have personal and professional success because you are adding value. You're now able to take this and take that and put them together in ways that other people haven't thought of. Or maybe they have, they just haven't told you. But the point is, you now have what I learned is called the gift of witty invention. The gift of witty invention. That comes from using the law of accumulation. The bottom line in all this, guys, is this. Ultimately, the law of accumulation allows you to fulfill your potential. It literally helps you unlock your full potential and become the best version of yourself possible. Most people are not the best versions of themselves possible. Most people were created as super unique originals, but all they are is cheap copies of other people who aren't even that successful. So for you to become the best version of yourself, for you to hit your full potential, the law of accumulation must be an active participant in your self-development. Because eventually it's going to allow you to tap into hidden talents, strengths, and capabilities that may have remained dormant without intentional self-improvement efforts. So again, please incorporate personal development practice like daily reading, meditation, gratitude, everything you can do. Apply the law of accumulation to your existence. So anyway, thank you for joining us live via Zoom today, those of you who are on the team. I know you guys might not realize it, but I'm happy you're here. I do this for you. I get this, it takes considerable time for me to prepare my presentations. And obviously I do it every day. So at times I might seem to be all over the place, but that's because my notes, the way I perceived it in my head and I wrote it down on paper, or rather typed it out, and then I'm putting it together. I'm like, what? But the point is, the goal is for you to get better. And your active participation and engagement have contributed to the richness of the research I do and what I try to share with you. And, I gain value from it, and I hope you do too. For those of you who are watching this on the internet, whether you're part of the Team Alpha family, and if you aren't, and you're allowed to work in the United States, and you don't have a criminal record, get in touch with us so you can become a member of our family. Or you're just watching. Whatever the case is, we appreciate your presence and interest in personal and professional growth. I sincerely hope that the concepts I've discussed today, from the law of accumulation to the importance of personal development, have sparked inspiration and motivation within you. If you found this session valuable and thought-provoking, obviously, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you will stay updated on future Mastermind Mastery Meetings, where we'll continue to dive into topics that empower us to achieve greater success, abundance, and fulfillment. And remember, as we cultivate positive habits and embrace the power of accumulation in our lives, we pave the way for remarkable transformations and long-term success. So let's support each other on this journey of growth and create an unstoppable force of positive change. Thank you all once again for being part of this Mastermind Mastery Meeting. We look forward to seeing you in our future sessions, and we wish you all continued success on your path to greatness. As usual, God bless America, God bless Team Alpha, and God bless you. Thank you.